Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about my favorite sport, which is volleyball. I have been playing volleyball since I was in the 4th grade, and very fun. And my dad is the one that got me started in volleyball. He wanted me to be more into the sports because my sisters weren't, and my brothers, well, all my siblings are older than me, grown up and everything, have families of their own, so I was the daughter who did the girly things and did the sports too, because he wanted that. And so the girly things with the singing and horses and all that, and then sports. I played basketball and volleyball. He wanted me to play softball, but my mom thought that I would get injured. Not that great with hand-eye coordination, but it was good with volleyball. With volleyball, there is 6 players on the floor at a time on each team. So like here's the net, and then here's these 6, and then these 6. There's 3 in the front row and 3 in the back row. So like here's the net, and then here's the first 3, and then here's the back 3. The first 3, the middle part, or the middle person, is the setter. And then to the left or the right, that's the hitter. And then the back row, the person at the right, they're the server. And when they make a point, they get to serve again. But if the other team gets that point, then it's their turn to serve. And then when it's back to this team, they rotate. So then the person who was hitter is now the server. Everybody gets the chance to serve. One of the things that since I was setter, when doing the rotations, if the setter is in the front but not in the middle spot known for the setter, but to the left or the right, if they turn to the side and the person who's in the setter position, if they turn and they're touching hands, like doing this, then when the ball is hit from the other team, they run and switch places, and then that person's in the setter is back in the setter's position. And that's allowed. I didn't know that till I was a sophomore in high school. As a kid in elementary school playing volleyball, it was interesting, and I like wearing the volleyball outfits. But then when I got to high school, they decided that it was time for us to be wearing spandex shorts. Spandex shorts absolutely suck and I hate them. But then one of the girls complained about it, and we went back to just wearing regular uniforms of just wearing, like, I don't know what the material was, but like, this, well, it's like softy shorts, just simple cloth, whatever. So that was our uniform. Volleyball is something that I found to be very fun, and it was the one sport I stuck to out of the 2, because with basketball I ended up hating it. I only played because Dad wanted me to, but then I got the nerve to say, I don't like it, and I stopped playing basketball. And then when I actually thought I might try basketball again, the coach ended up being a woman who I really did not like, and so I quit. That's the one time I quit the sports. But volleyball stuck with. I really enjoyed it. And then my favorite thing about volleyball was, well, not necessarily the sport, but the journey that I got to go on with it. In elementary school, we just did little games there at the school, and I always lived close to the school, so it was never a journey to go anywhere. In middle school, my parents had to drive me to the games, but in high school, we went as a team. We took a bus and we went to our games, and that was fun because all the girls were close, friends with everyone, and it was fun. And when we won a tournament, we got to go to Pizza Hut and have pizza, and it was just fun. So one of the things that made it better for me with volleyball is my teammates. They were people that I've known for a long time, was friends with, and I really liked them. And then also, because we were a good team and we worked together, our coach decided to take us to a volleyball game to see the Kentucky Wildcats women play volleyball game. That was very fun. That was so much fun to go to because when the cheerleaders were out there and throwing shirts and other little goodies and prizes, I was able to catch a t-shirt, so I got a free Kentucky Wildcats volleyball t-shirt. That was fun. That was so much fun. And I got to be with my friends. I got to see these women playing volleyball, doing stuff that I cannot do. Like, they were doing extreme dives. And what a dive is when you go from a squatting position in volleyball and then you dive, just like you're diving off a diving board. And you have your arms out like that, and you're diving, hitting the ball. So they were doing stuff like that and doing like flips and all that kinds of stuff. It was amazing to see. Other things in volleyball is, well, I just talked about the dive, and then, well, when you're not hitting the ball, you're in a squatting position, but don't touch your knees. Like, you need to have your arms out like this, and let's see, your hands, you can either have your hands like this, with your thumbs like that, because if you do it like that, having your thumbs tucked in, you can break your thumbs. I learned that. I didn't break my thumbs, but it's something that I was taught. For underhand serving, there are two types of serving, overhand and underhand. Yeah. With underhand, what it is, excuse me, you're holding the ball here, and you're doing a fist like this, and you're just hitting it like that, and then the ball goes. I had a very good underhand, so I stuck with underhand for a very long time. It wasn't until I was a junior in high school that I started with overhand. Overhand is when you have the ball like this, and you throw it up in the air, and then with this hand, like you're going to smack it, you hit it like that. I tried for a long time to get away with doing it in a fist, but the referees would always call me on it, and the other team got the points, so I stopped doing that. One thing that you're definitely going to need if you're going to play volleyball is knee pads. Knee pads are very, very important because sometimes you have to like dig. That's another thing. You have to dig. What that is, excuse me, but for a dig, what that is when you're in the squatting position and the ball comes to you, but you cannot just get it just right from the squatting and doing that, you drop to your knees. And those floors really are hard on your knees, so you need those knee pads. One time I forgot my knee pads when I was at practice, and the coach, he was having a bad day, so he just said, screw it, you're going to do the drills without them. And that hurt so bad. I had bruises, and I always had my knee pads with me then. Shoes for volleyball, I don't recommend wearing flat shoes like Converse because you need something that will give you a little bit of a spring because it's volleyball. You need to be able to jump. Volleyball isn't like most other sports. You don't get really winded with the running like in basketball. It's fun though. I do like playing the volleyball. And I mean, I guess, yeah, when I was younger, I was kind of more lazy. So maybe that was why I quit basketball. Not sure. But you do get to run around in volleyball. If not in the game, at least doing the drills and practices. Anyways, my best year playing volleyball was my sophomore year. Junior year was a little bit hard because I wasn't there for the complete season because that was when my dad got sick. So I was only there for a few games, a few practices. So, I mean, it was more difficult. But with volleyball, that helped me make friends, and it was something that I was able to do with, well, it helped me make the friends and helped me have a better relationship with the friends that I already had. And then there would be times where we would have fun little games, like there would be one where it was the volleyball team versus the guys of the school who thought that they were better than us. Yeah, right? So we played them. We won, of course. And then we would play the teachers. That was definitely fun, especially if you get to be the hitter and your teacher's right there. And as the hitter, you just hit that ball, spike it at them. It's great. And then the best game I ever played was glow-in-the-dark volleyball. Since my team had just won a tournament and we had our trophy and everything was done, it was absolutely amazing. We got to play glow-in-the-dark volleyball. We had a glow-in-the-dark volleyball, we had the glow-in-the-dark necklaces, bracelets, everything. We even had some sort of gel stuff that we put on our shirts. So it was fun. All the lights were off in the gym, and it was great. And that there was no winner. We just played randomly for fun. So yeah, I miss playing volleyball now. I have to get back into doing that. One of the things that I dislike about volleyball would be not really sure. Well, right now my answer is that I'm not playing it, but sometimes you get a good coach and sometimes you don't. That would be one thing. One year we started out with a good coach. She was really nice, and then she quit, and we got some other woman who picked favorites. And I really didn't like that because I wasn't one of her favorites. So that's what really sucks, is having coaches that play their favorites all the time. And also the coaches that don't know what they're doing. We had one coach who thought it would be fun to have one girl on the team pick who got to play in the game. And that just wasn't fair, because she would place her friends. And then some of the girls, they never even got to play the game. So, let's see. Talk about positions, talk about memories from volleyball. Yeah, talk about all the good stuff that I've liked about it. So now, my question for you is, do you play volleyball? Do you like volleyball? What do you like about volleyball? And if you don't like volleyball, why? And tell me about your volleyball memories, about when you played, little stories about the games that you played, if you were in scrimmage or what scrimmages you were in, anything like that. Just leave me comments about what you think about volleyball. Or even hell, there are some people that say that volleyball is not a true sport because it's not a true workout like basketball, because you don't get winded and all that. Or tell me what you think about it. So just leave your comments and I'll get back to you.